Shikanoko Noko Noko Kostantan is the most brainrot anime of 2024. It's absurd, it's silly, and most importantly, why are humans not deer? Why? Now, what if I told you this anime is actually genius? It's not an accident that an unknown manga is now one of the most talked about anime of 2024. To understand why, we need to look at these two guys and a viral TikTok that has been haunting me for weeks.
Leave me alone!
But first, what the fuck is this anime even about? If you haven't realized by now, My Dear Friend Nokotan, the show that has a girl with antlers and heavily features CGI deer, is about, you guessed it, high school girls. Cause it's Japan, what do you expect? Shikanoko follows Torako Koshi, a seemingly perfect high school girl who is trying to hide her past as a delinquent. But one day, a new girl with antlers named Shikanoko Noko joins her class. Why am I hearing boss music? From this moment onwards, the show is about the absurd and chaotic situations Koshtan gets dragged into against her will. That's it. Yeah, I don't even know if there's any story whatsoever, okay? Like, the best way I can describe this is imagine a moe slice of life anime, but every episode is a 20-minute shitpost. And if that makes no sense to you, don't worry, the show doesn't make sense to me either. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, because memes. One of the big reasons for the show's success is that everyone behind it has embraced full degeneracy. Each episode has a ton of meme-worthy moments, but more surprisingly, even the ads and social media are embracing meme culture. I'm gonna touch on this later, but right now I have to address the deer in the room. Even if you haven't seen a single episode of Shikanoko, you've probably seen this viral clip of an anime girl dancing with a deer.
It should have been me, not him! It's not fair!
And most likely this song will have been stuck in your head on repeat. You see, a lot of viral posts are accidental and countless brands have tried and hilariously failed to create a viral trend. So it's not crazy to think that the viral success of the Shikanoko OP was just dumb luck. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Because from the very beginning, this song was crafted with only virality in mind. During an interview, Yuzuki Waga and Masamitsu Fujimori described the process of creating Shikairo Days. Production company Twin Engine and music label Lantis legit just came up to Fujimori and said, "We want you to make a song that repeats the title of the anime over and over."
What? What?
Usually, initial meetings like this would include great detail about visuals, storyboards, and the kind of song they're looking for. But all Fujimori got was, just make the title stick in people's heads. So Fujimori passed it on to Waga and he got started. For the next 3 days, he would sing the words Shikanoko Noko Noko Kostantan to himself in different intonations, tempos, and rhythms for hours on end. The final result was the famous chorus we heard in the TikTok. They even considered having no other lyrics for the rest of the OP, but ultimately decided against it. However, a big emphasis was placed on keeping the lyrics to 4-syllable words. Here are some examples. Shikanoko toko toko arawaru noko noko tsuno tsuno pyoko pyoko. This adds to the hypnotic feeling of the song and is one of the reasons why the song has been popping up in my head at 3 AM in the morning. And there are actually a lot more details about the making of the OP, but I don't want to bore some of you, so I'll just link this Reddit post below. But just because you went viral doesn't mean you can hold on to that kind of success. We've seen many shows explode in popularity just to kind of taper off. So before I reveal to you another reason why the show suddenly blew up, we need to answer one crucial question. Is Shikanoko even good? Okay, so I've been glazing the show, giving it the full Hachtour treatment until now, but this section will have some of you going... Comedy is one of my least favorite genres in anime, because a lot of times, Japanese humor just doesn't translate to me. Have you seen some of the sketches and stand-up comedy? I just don't get it. This plus other factors often makes me feel like the jokes in comedy anime are either extremely forced or overused cliches. To top that off, I'm not really a slice of life or moe enthusiast either, so I'm definitely not the target audience of Shikanoko. And if you're like me and don't like these genres, I don't recommend you watch the show. But after watching 3 episodes, I can see why there are a lot of people who like the show. It really has a unique character, and I thought some of the jokes were pretty funny. Among comedy anime, it's probably above average. It isn't a Nichijou or Kaguya-sama, but it doesn't have to be a freaking masterpiece to connect with an audience. For me, what's truly remarkable and why I think Shikanoko will maintain a certain level of success is the culture around the show. The marketing team behind this has been able to consistently drop one banger after another. If you check the Twin Engine YouTube, you can see that Shikanoko videos are consistently performing well, because these videos are really fucking funny even if you don't watch the show. And considering how small the hardcore fanbase for the show is, and that there was no hype at all before they started this marketing campaign, these numbers are incredible. The only other completely unknown manga with a similarly huge blow up that I can think of is Osama Ranking. If you want to hear the story of Osama Ranking's author who quit for almost 20 years, check out this video.